Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be with you here in beautiful Cannes. Maybe you could begin with an introduction to your film, Mother of All Lies. What can people expect when they watch it?
Hello, Sarah. Thank you. Yeah, The Mother of All Lies is like a long journey I took since 10 years with my family, my grandmother. I start with one picture and I finish this journey with 500 hours from rushes. So I think that this will be a good experience for my career. The Mother of All Lies took place in Casablanca, in my neighborhood, in my family house. Um, we we are really happy this year as a Moroccan to present four films in Cannes. This was super impressive for Moroccan cinema. My film is a little bit different, but I mean, as a hybrid documentary with people never been in cinema theater, never been in front of the camera. I'm waiting for the premiere. I'm so super excited for the premiere in the BC Theater. It's tomorrow.
And maybe you can talk a bit about, the genesis of the project and, how your personal story and curiosity about your history sparked the idea for making the film.
Yeah, I think that the inspiration come from missing things. They have nothing to make this film. So I took 10 years, created my own archive that I will use in the film when I shoot the real footage in 2021. So it was the processes is a part of my film. My father helped in this film. He created a set, handmade set with signatures because also we had this issue of talking freely about what has happened. That's why I decided to take all the family and neighbors to a new place that where walls have no ears. We will talk for one time and the last time maybe, and then we destroy everything and then we start a new thing. Maybe it was a therapy for everyone. I am a part of this film also.
And it's so inventive and creative and original and not like anything I've ever seen. I mean, how did you first come up with the idea of like making these figurines and as a way to recreate the past? This question of if there isn't any documentation of something, how can we recreate it? And it's such an
Yeah.
inventive idea.
You know that in this project there is like sensitive things that, and that's when I'm director, I'm not journalist. I tell that to my mother, to my grandmother in the film. That's why when I am filmmaker, I shoot to find my dispositive filmmaker because each one in the life has a story, but the difference between one director and other one, how he tell this story, and that's why it was like difficult to find this positive film. Like, I was not looking for guilty people or denouncing anyone in this film, but I was just trying to understand how we invent stories when we don't have any concrete or visual proofs of what has happened, and that's why I create something to just say this is my vision about what happened. Maybe other director come and bring another vision about what happened, but when we have nothing, we should to have a lot of things about this what happens. My vision, the vision of the other one, and then we can compare it, and we start having archive made by our generation.
And talk us through, I guess, some of the kind of technical aspects of making the figurines and what kind of time period you were working over, and how long it took you to put the whole documentary together.
It took 8 months to making this, but my father was not alone. He was helped, but a lot of Moroccan constructors who are really nice, great in the props. So it's a job. It's really difficult to create things and to find solution to for the light. We should not forget that we create also the light in parallel because lighting miniature, it was this super hard thing to do. So I think it's a work together between me, my DOP, my team, um, For me, the first and important thing, just to bring these people out of their houses, because I couldn't get anything for 10 years from them. It was bored. I was bored. It was not me as a style, because I love objects. I love playing. I still like, this is me. I like animation. I like colors, and I can. I did a film, classical film before, which is Postcard. He was everywhere in the first appearance in Durban Film Festival. But for me, cinema is like, and there is no obstacles, there is no stop. It's just like we should to try, and this film is an essay, is in a laboratory. I went there with my characters, no professionals, actors, but I think that we come out professional. My grandmother never been in a theater. She forbade the pictures in the house, but today she will be in in the DBC theater, presenting herself, showing herself for the first time. She's in a big theater, but which is different, that she will watch herself. This for me was the big thing in this project. How the cinema can change mind, can change can change also people in by time and in years.
The thing that I guess a lot of people coming to the film, you know, realizing that something that's actually not, ancient history, it's recent history, 1981, how it can be sort of removed from the historical narrative, and sort of the collective, forgetting, how people, government officials or whoever can destroy evidence of something and wipe it off the map. So of course it's educational about those bread riots, but it's also unsettling to realize, well, how many other parts of history have we not been exposed to, or we're not knowledgeable about?
Yeah, maybe all the people that have an issue with the past, dark or white, is we have a past, and we should to be proud that this regeneration, from me coming from 90s, they are proud to come back to their past identity and tell something that never had been told. But I think that also everywhere someone who has passed by something like that should identify herself and her country or his country, because we can also find this everywhere. We can find this in Chile, in Cambodia, or in other places in the world. What the difference is that when I tell it from Morocco side, it will be Moroccan. Sensitivity. But I'm sure that there is no this story. It's gonna be. People can be identify themselves everywhere, and it's not the first time I heard about it. There is people who watched this film, and at least they said that in our families they told us small lies, small stories, and we believed it. And when we grew up, we understood that it was just stories that we tell to the children, and we forgot. But children cannot forget, and that's what happened with me. So at least if we cannot identify ourselves as like the dark side of the story, we can identify ourselves in the little bit in the little story, because we don't forget that this is a personal story. And this kind it's of crescendo. We are coming little by little, until we arrive to tell hard things. I think this is the force of cinema, and that's why I'm not a journalist, because maybe a journalist like took things directly and should to affront and confront and provoke. But cinema is different, because cinema is subtle, and we move really step by step. To be in Cannes, it's a big thing. It's not fast. It's not easy to get a place in un certain regard. This is the place which I like in Cannes as a filmmaker.
And I also thought something that's really interesting about the film, and crucial to it as well, is not trying to get where there was no historical account trying to get one clear narrative. It's allowing for all these different perspectives and allowing those perspectives to shift and change as even, your relatives are kind of revisiting the past. So is that also a really important part of the film, this kind of how there are multiple perspectives on anything that ever happens?
Yeah, we are revisiting the past. That's true, but it's also issue of future because if I can, as I say in the film, I'm not sure if I can come back in this place and talk like that after years. I'm not sure if when I reach the age of my grandmother, I will be afraid to talk like today. So it's also an issue of future. Not the film is not only about the past, but we ask also big questions about how gonna be the future. If I did 10 years to create archive because everything was erased, maybe we should not erase the future. I mean, someone after me should not take another 10 years to make footage because it was hard for me to start making things, making fiction, and before starting by my own story. It is super, super hard for me as a filmmaker, immersion filmmaker, because Agnes Varda, for example, and with the film about herself, Abbas Kiarostami also. So I mean, this is super. I mean, a risk. I took a risk. So, c'est quoi? In French, risk. Yeah, I took a risk to make a first film about myself. It's not good. Maybe it's something that was not like. But I took a risk. Yes, I start by my story. Then I can tell the story of the others with my way. I love fiction also because I was in La Femme school in some summer university, and so I have materials to make a fiction, but with the real fact. I love when we start with the real fact and we change the way how tell this fact, but not changing the fact, and we get some sincerity in this when we tell some real fact. We should, for me as a filmmaker, we should to stay sincere with with the main story, and then we can fly with the form and everything we use in cinema. But at least stay deep with what you are telling people, because people are intelligent, and you should to come with them from the first picture to end to the credits. And if they lose file in middle, or this is not good, because we should to tell a story. This is the main thing for me. Even if the format hybrid documentary fiction, it's a film for me. It's a film, but the most important thing, that's just you should to tell a story. It's a story that we can follow it. A simple story, but tell whatever you want. Just tell a story.
And what does it mean for you to have your film here playing in Cannes? And what do you hope people will take away? I mean, and also, seeing your family seeing the film, being here, like you mentioned, people back in Morocco seeing your film, but then other audiences as well. And it does feel like we're going through a moment where we do need to kind of face the past in order to look to the future, whether that's British Empire or things that have happened in Morocco or elsewhere.
Yeah, it's a big day. Tomorrow will gonna be. I don't know. I can't sleep this night. But it's really, I was waiting for this night, and really since now, since 4 months or 3 months. But before, since 10 years also, I was just waiting to present this project. That it was super hard to me to receive this email from Cannes and to say that I was selected in Un Certain Regard. I was just waiting answers from, yeah, La Semaine and La Quinzaine. It's also good, but I was really looking for the answers from this section. But really, official selection was like the best gift I get this year, and maybe for all my life. When I received the email, I was jumping in the house, in the table, and my nephew was here. My mother asked him what happened. What happened to her? He said just maybe she won the World Cup. She won the World Cup, and it was, yeah, I won the World Cup. Already when I was selected here, I don't need to wait for prizes. I got my prize when I'm here. That's super emotional for me. Yeah.
And do you know what you might work on next? And how do you see the opportunities? I mean, it feels like Cannes this year, there's such diversity in filmmakers, whether we're talking about gender, whether we're talking about nationality. And do you see that there are still some barriers to who can make films and distribute them widely? Or do you think that we've progressed a lot from the past?
Yeah, I'm in my next film. I'm already in the writing, and it will be not far, but it will be different, a new story. But there is lot of madness in this new project also, and this mix and this libertad, this liberty, no limit, no limit, no limit, and never give up, no limit, never give up. Go. I mean, I will not take 10 years, because no, I will try to be ready soon, because now I have all this experience with I can choose between the bad and the good ways. So I know my way now, and I am with the good people, I think, because I already meet the bad people, and yes, I will concentrate only to write my script, and this is what I love to do. This is my life.
That's been amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all that with me. And I'm so excited for you to be presenting your film here. Really enjoy the experience.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It was a pleasure.